What's going on, my lovelies? It's Kyle here. So, today I want to direct this video primarily for the empaths out there. It's for you, you beautiful, kind, empathetic souls. My message for you empaths is beware of the victimizing manipulator. Once again, empaths, you need to be on the lookout for those who play the victim in order to manipulate others to get what they want out of them. Because they target you. They target empaths. Now, first and foremost, what do I mean by victimizing manipulator? So, it's these individuals that we've likely all come across that might not be, primarily defining their character or their personality or how they act all the time, but we've definitely come across an individual who will play the victim in order to manipulate other people to get what they want out of them, or to draw sympathy, or to get out of healthy consequences for their actions, or to get out of work and to pawn off work on another person. We all know this person. We've worked with them. It could be a coworker. Perhaps they consistently say, I've just had such a long day. I've had such a bad day. I'm so tired. I can't do this. Can you do this for me? This happened to me. I'm just not feeling well. Can you do this work for me? And there's nothing wrong with this every now and then. But perhaps this coworker consistently does this, not only to you, but your fellow coworkers as well, because they don't want to do the work. Because, quite frankly, they might be lazy. And they're going to be entitled. Because in order to have a serious complex where you are acting as the victim time and time again in order to get out of your work, in order to get out of consequences, in order to not accept responsibility, in order to pawn off work on others, in order to manipulate others, you are a very entitled person. You might not show it on the surface, but deep down, you feel entitled to manipulate others by playing the victim to get what you want out of them. So, if you find yourself, and as an empath, we got to understand here, you're going to have a heightened level of empathy. You're going to feel more compassion for the average person. So when an individual comes after you, they might not run after you. They might not attack you in this way. It's going to be subtle. It's going to be soft. It's going to be gentle. But this is what they're doing. This is how they manipulate you. They're going to act weak and feeble, like they can't do this, which in many cases is horseshit, because everybody is much stronger than they think they are. Everybody is much more capable than they think they are, especially people who consistently play the victim. Okay? They're going to target you. These people, and all subtypes of people who are highly manipulative, are good at reading people, sizing them up. So, when they're scanning the room or the crowd or their coworkers or their family members or their friends or their acquaintances, strangers, whoever it might be, they're going to zone in on those who are highly empathetic, they see are highly compassionate, because they know that it's much more likely to victimize themselves in the presence of an empath, that this empath is then going to be like, oh, empathize with them, feel compassion for them, and be like, no, I can help. I can help this person. They've had a hard day. They're going through something. I'm going to do this for them. And once again, this is fine every now and then. This is okay in a healthy situation. Sometimes it's good for us to trade off loads. If your load is getting too heavy and you want a break and respite and you're going through a lot, then it's good for somebody else to help you out, and likewise. But when this is deeply out of balance, and this person consistently does this, they always play the victim, they're always trying to get things out of people, they're never accepting consequences for their actions, they're the internal victim. You need to be wary of these types of people latching onto you, sucking you dry with all your energy, trying to add more things that you need to do for them. And say you get angry at this person, as you should, or say that you're done with this person's behavior and you don't want to enable it anymore, and you approach them, you talk to them and be like, you keep doing this, and guess what, I'm not going to do it anymore. What does that person do? They're going to call you a bad person. They might try to turn it back around on you. These are the patterns of the victimizing manipulator. And once again, this is not beneficial for this person to enable their patterns. It's not beneficial for you, and it's not beneficial for those that they take advantage of. And we need to remember, as empaths, we need to work on not enabling manipulators and these people who are the eternal victims, so they can get what they want out of other people. Because we should all strive and we should all try to have healthy relationships with one another. We should try to have a balance within our relationships. And this is not going to be... the manipulator might think it's what's best for them, which is why they keep doing it. Because it's easy. Because they get what they want out of people. But deep down, this is not beneficial for them as well. And it's important to remind yourself this time and time and time again as an empath. To know that we can't enable people. We can't enable these victimizing manipulators, because it's best for us all to push one another, or to just, at the bare minimum, not enable a person and their tendencies to manipulate others through victimization. They're not going to have healthy relationships. They're going to run through people in their lives because these people are going to be sick and tired of their shit. And instead of allowing them and enabling these toxic traits within them, we need to stand up and be, no, I'm not going to do that for you. You keep coming to me time and time again. You keep asking me for money. This could be a family member that always seems to be down and out. And then you enable those unhealthy patterns in them, because they're always playing the victim, because they always seem like their life is so bad and so terrible. Once again, could be the coworker, could be a friend in your friend group, could be an acquaintance, whoever it may be. We need to work towards healthier relationships with one another. Not enabling the victimizing manipulators in our lives. So once again, empaths, if you have a person in your life who is a victimizing manipulator, maybe take a second and sift through your relationships. Try to reflect, is this person only come to me, or did they always seem like their life is in shambles and it's hard and they can't do it? And I understand that there are some people that are generally going to struggle for a number of things. But I think we all are much more capable and much more strong than we think we are. And instead of telling a person like, no, you're weak, you can't do this, you need help, we need to start building those people up. We need to start pushing them to find that strength, to take accountability for their life, where they're at, and instead of enabling those patterns, to push them to change them, to build themselves up, to become stronger, to become more self-sufficient, or at least more capable with creating the life that they truly want, without leeching off other people like the victimizing manipulators tend to do. And this might be a good time to reflect in your own life. Where do I have a victim mentality? Because it's not going to be your entire life. You might have a victim mentality in a certain aspect of your life. You could have a victim mentality in regards to your romantic life. Perhaps it's wrapped up in dating. Perhaps it's wrapped up in your friendships. Nobody likes me. Nobody wants to be friends with me. Nobody wants to date me. This isn't true. It's not true at all. And if that might seem to be the case, dig into it. Try to troubleshoot it. See what you can do to become a more attractive partner romantically. See what you can do and work on to become a better friend. See what you can do to improve your performance at work. Perhaps you have that in regards to your physical shape, or to your emotional wounds and traumas. You are wasting energy by sulking too much, by dwelling too much, by victimizing yourself too much. There is a time and space to grieve, to feel, to release any pent-up emotions, and to feel that. But once you squeeze all those tears out of your system, all that sorrow out of your system, once you're in it for a bit, there comes a time where you need to build yourself back up, where you need to troubleshoot this problem. And we can reflect this situation that we might be looking into our own lives. We can project that onto the same concept onto the victimizing manipulators that might be latching onto us, empaths. Because they need to do the same thing. If they feel like they're a victim perpetually in the same avenue or aspect of their lives, the only way out is by facing it head on, by working on yourself, by building yourself up, by troubleshooting the problem, by putting quality time, effort, and energy into creating the person that you want to become, instead of thinking that you're entitled to certain things in life, because we're not entitled to anything. I'll leave it there. Hope y'all are having a lovely day wherever you're at in the world. And until next time.